Hello, everyone, and welcome back to yet another live stream with Heritage Center. My name is Eleni Kaler, and I'm very happy to be here with you all today, presenting one of my very favorite artists that I got to find at the Arts Midwest Conference. I'm a graduate assistant here at the Heritage Center, so I get to do a lot with students, a lot with our events here, and spreading the word to all of you. The Arts Midwest Conference is very special. We get to take a group of students there every year, and bringing it up now because our group of students actually voted to bring the Landscape of Guitar, our guests today, here to Heritage Center Live coming spring 2021, hopefully, fingers crossed. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce this very special musical duo. They play interdisciplinary music styles and pair it with multimedia that actually goes along with the music that they're playing. And it's all original artwork and original music that they've come up with and created themselves. So I also have one more special guest. Sorry, I almost left you out, Alan. But our director of the Bisignano Art Gallery, Alan Garfield, is here with us today as well. This group will be doing an art gallery exhibit, hopefully, when they're here with their residency at Heritage Center. And so they're going to talk a little bit about that and hype it up as well. So let's introduce Julie and Bruce, the Landscape of Guitar, here first. Hi, Julie.
Hi. Good to see you.
Good to see you as well. Why don't you just give us a little quick introduction of yourself and kind of what you have for us today?
Okay, I'm Julie. This is Bruce. So we're going to do the Landscape of Guitar is a program that we came up with about 5 years ago that incorporates our two musical projects, Patchouli, which is our singing and songwriter project, and Terra Guitarra, our all-instrumental world guitar project. And we merged the music with Bruce's original acrylic painting artwork, which he has then animated, and we project up on the screens in the theaters while we perform the live music.
Oops, I got it unmute. Very, very cool. You guys are going to be just blown away by the way that they've created this animation. It's so cool. So tell me when you guys started doing all of this. When did you create this specific show?
Well, it was probably 2000, about 5 years ago that we actually put it all together.
Okay,
But
so relatively new.
we added a project that was just instrumental guitar called Terra Guitarra, and that means the landscape of guitar. And the reason why we call it that is because the songs, I heard them while I was walking along the Mississippi River, the same Mississippi down there in Dubuque.
Our Mississippi?
Yes, yours is the same as ours. And so we called it Terra Guitarra, like the landscape was speaking. So then when we needed to make up an album for this, for a cover, actually Julie, maybe 10 years ago, had drawn this guitar sitting in the sunset. It was just an upside down guitar, but it looked like a person staring off into the sunset. And so I was like, gosh, we could make this an anthropomorphic guitar situation. And so what I did then was made landscapes out of all just guitar shapes, and we started from there. And then I added in different painting styles that I've been using throughout the years, Impressionism, Expressionisms, and so forth, in order to make a style that I really love, which has a whole bunch of texture and a lot of different little secret surprises in it. And so then what happened was we were like, well, how do we make these, we did a bunch of, some painting contests like at the University of Minnesota, and so we played a show with all the paintings around us, and we're like, this is okay, but we have to do something else to make these, transfer onto an actual stage.
Right.
And so it happened that an auditorium down in Florida had just acquired a stage with some screens, and she was like, Bruce, what do you got for me? I've got an idea. And so we came up with the idea of, I wonder if I can make some of these things fly and move. And so then I went in and figured out how to use animation software, and boom, we put it all together.
Well, it is absolutely incredible the way that you've integrated this online or through screens. And with that, I'd like to bring in Alan because he's our digital art guy. And so I'd like him to kind of introduce himself and weigh in on just some of the beautiful work that you've done here. Okay, so let's bring Alan. Hello, Alan.
Greetings, Eleni, and hello, Julie and Bruce.
Hi, Alan.
it's great hearing you talk about your work. Because when you first hear the word landscape and guitar, I mean, those are two nouns you wouldn't normally want to put together.
Right.
And so it immediately, in my mind at least, made me think, whatever I think the guitar music's going to be or the landscape's going to be, it's not going to be that. It's going to be this new amalgam. And I'm quite excited to see the works in the show. We'll have about 12 or 15 of these rather large paintings in the show. And though you haven't seen our gallery yet, our gallery is bordered on two sides with beautiful full-scale windows. So even when the gallery is closed, you can see what's in there. And so it's marvelous. So while eating in the Cyber Cafe or walking by it, you can actually see the works as well as go in, of course. So I'm really excited about the works. It immediately, though, when I thought about landscape and guitar, I immediately thought there must be a little surrealism in you, a little surrealist influence.
Right.
That's even before looking you up on YouTube and all. Because you're putting this together. I'm an art historian originally by training, and this reminds me of the old saying from about 50 BC from Horace: "Ut pictura poesis" is Latin. As is painting, so is poetry. But poetry, when Horace was talking about it, was literature and music. So even from 50 BC, Horace is trying to combine music and painting or the visual arts together, not keep them siloed or separate. But you're from Minnesota, and most of our audience has gone to a college or a university or even in high school, and you see how we silo these disciplines separately. But what I think is really interesting here, and everyone's going to get to hear you guys in a moment, is that you put it together. And when you do that, you are requiring the audience to think for themselves, because they're just not looking and they're just not hearing. There's a third component, and that's the audience. You really have the people in mind.
Right.
So, yeah.
What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Good. No, you're good. Thank you for that so much. I want you all to keep that in mind as you're listening, because art and theater and music is also, intermixed with each other. So do you two have anything more that you'd like to say right away? Otherwise, I think we've kind of tempted them quite a bit. We should give them a song.
Sure, we could do a song. And while Miss Julie is putting away the paintings, just to couple with that, what is so exciting as the artist is that you kind of are, it's like you're getting a glimpse. I like to shut my eyes when I'm playing, and you're kind of seeing what's inside my head while we're doing it. And it's a multi-dimensional way to share more about art than you would otherwise get. You get to have, the fun thing about animating is that I have this painting, and now you're going to see what happens when I animate it. These birds are going to go somewhere, and these flowers are going to do something. And normally in a painting, you're painting it and it's over. And now it has a soundtrack, and it has a whole world that it gets to be. So for me, it's so exciting to be able to mine the possibilities of it. So we're going to do a song to start off with. It's called Sun Shower, which is kind of one of those things where it just happened that a sun shower occurred when we were writing the song, while we were recording the song, and when we received them in our driveway. And so it's a circumstantial title. But so this one is called Sun Shower.
All right, let's do it.
You start it up.
go. Cue
And then
cue the applause track. What a beautiful sound.
Thank
Yeah, I'm
you.
good too, Alan. That was just incredible and so immersive, which is one of the reasons that I'm really just in love with this group is because at Heritage Center, our motto is art by osmosis. And so to be completely immersed in the arts and surrounded by the different styles, the old and the new, is something that is so valuable to us here. So you guys really perfectly fit that, and we're very excited to have you. Alan, do you have thoughts to share? Oh, I got it.
Oh, sorry. One of the things I really, I mean, there. One of the things I wasn't really aware of until I really saw the animation was how your style, which is that heavy outline and the coloring in there, in my mind, it's kind of stained glassy. It reminds me of Cloisonne and the stained glass windows. And as a single image, it cements it there. But when you start moving it's not cemented at all, and it goes wild. Your butterflies are flying all over the place. Your dog, poor dog, he doesn't have a tail. But anyhow, your dog is walking in the foreground and then the background. So that hard outline, just like your title, just like what you are, things kind of keep adding on in a way I wasn't expecting it to be.
Yeah.
Uh,
The idea behind those is kind of like, it's a bit like quantum, it's a quantum situation. Everything is flowing inside of it. You have this impressionism kind of stuff, and expressionism inside. And then the shape, we put a shape around whatever we want to. And as we perceive a reality, we're looking at it, and we really decide whether that's a positive or a negative thing. And so the idea is that if I make a tree, and shape it like a guitar, well, now we have a positive symbol, a tree, and a positive symbol, music. And so then we look at this, and now we're looking at the whole landscape as music, as instruments, and so now we're interacting with our world like it's a symphony, and we're either the conductor or we're the audience, but we get to decide. And so I think it's meant to be kind of a meditative way. So that's another layer.
So I have to ask you, when you perform, I mean, will you have, do you decide to wear all white or maybe all black? Or do you decide to just wear like what you got on so the colors interact with the background as well? I mean, what thoughts do you have on that?
Well, my favorite thing is I have a purple jacket that is kind of like the Technicolor dream coat. And it actually, it's more like, and the one that we just have, I have a jacket that is the painting that was featured at the beginning of that one, the sunshine with the birds and the flowers. I just painted a white jacket, and so sometimes I'll wear that so that I almost fade into it. But I feel like I feel like if I do wear black, there's a contrast to it, and so I actually wear super colorful. We always are wearing super colorful stuff because we
love color.
We love it, and we want to express ourselves that way.
That's the jacket I remember from when I saw your show.
Yeah.
From the West.
I didn't want to spoil anything by wearing that one today, but that's definitely
You must
what
come to
I
the
will
show
wear.
in April to see the jacket.
And with that, Alan's gonna probably leave us here very shortly, but we will be hosting,
Thank you.
with all of the luck in the world, we will be hosting Landscape of Guitar here live at Heritage Center in our Mizzicato Art Gallery, and probably as well as doing some sort of like master classes or things like that to get involved in. Do you guys know the specific dates quite yet, or are those not quite pinned down?
I think we'll be there for the week of starting on the 18th of April.
Yeah.
For the week.
And for any of you students that are watching, you might be like, the end of April, that sounds like it's time for finals. I won't be able to go to a show. But we actually selected that on purpose. From what you've just heard, this group is very meditative and kind of clears your mind. So we hope that we'll be able to provide you a little bit of oasis from your finals stress.
Bruce and Julia, I can tell you that our digital art and design students are going to go wild over your work, because as they're learning color theory, and as they're learning 2D and 3D animation, they'll see it with the music component all together. And so that'll be
Yeah, and
marvelous.
that can
And
be
so I definitely want to get you in some of our classes when you come.
absolutely, that'd be fun.
Sure. You're very welcome with or without masks. So there we go. But I have a feeling we'll all be masked, so that'll be fun.
We
Thank you
can
very
only
much.
hope.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Alan, for
Thank you, Elaine. I appreciated it.
Thank you, Alan.
Be
Looking
well.
forward to
very
seeing
soon,
you.
and we look forward to this art gallery exhibit with us. Oh wait, you didn't get to show us your website.
That's yeah. You got time?
Yeah, let's go through it a little bit. I just omitted that in my mind. Let's give you a little moment here to show us what you got.
Okay. Here's unlike in the past, we're going to have a website which will be up for all year. And each show that we have, they're popping on here. Each show we have, the students will be working with me to create a complete website of every single show. We don't have the works yet plugged in for the landscape of guitar, but we will in April. But here are the titles of the works, and it gives you some of the examples of the. Currently, we have 9. We'll have 10 with the Landscape of Guitar show that will be up during the time when our talented duo are here. But the Bisignano Gallery is physically open Monday through Friday, noon to 5 in the afternoon, and on special events. But as I said, you could see the works from just passing on by. And unlike before, there'll be complete websites for each show. So if one does not feel comfortable coming in, then you can see the works and read the statements by the artists online.
And as of now, Alan, the art gallery is open to the public.
Oh, it is.
So that's the thing to keep in mind. If you're bored during these crazy times, come on down and see something beautiful.
Always free. Very interesting.
Good stuff. Well, thank you once again, Alan, for joining us. We really appreciate your input. You always have so much great stuff to add. So we'll be seeing you soon, hopefully.
Thank you. I'm real excited about this coming year, Elaine. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
All the best.
All righty. All right. Now it's just us. How are you guys feeling so far?
Pretty great. That was really fun, and it looks like the gallery has gotten extra creative during this time, and that is awesome. I'm really happy for them. We're excited to bring the art there.
And there's nothing like art to just bring your mind somewhere else, and that's what we need to do.
Well, with that, let's give them another song, shall we?
Right.
Let's do some more.
This one's called The Labyrinth, and this one is exactly about taking your mind somewhere else. This is an ancient symbol, the labyrinth, from thousands of years of finding your way. Take some time, unwind, unravel your mind, and walk the labyrinth through till it brings it back to you. Take some time, unwind, unravel your mind, and walk the labyrinth through till it brings it back to you. And you're looking for some change, like a desert holds the rain, for a dry spell or two. Let me hold it here for you, and trace these lights through what happened, like a topographical map, and feeling everything you know. Let it bring you right back home. Take some time, unwind, unravel
too. Let me hold it here for you and trace these lines through what happened, like a topographical map and viewing everything you know. Let it bring you right back home and take some time. Unwind, unravel your mind, and walk the labyrinth road till it brings it back to you.
Wow. Great job, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think it's been said before, but the way that you guys make it sound like there's so many instruments and it's really just two guitars is
It
incredible.
is just two guitars. and,
Uh,
and when we're playing some of the pieces, when they're more percussive sounding, I'm actually playing an instrument that you can't see, but you will see in April. That's on the floor. It's called a porch board bass. It's basically a piece of porch with a microphone in it. It's made in Janesville, Wisconsin, and that way we can bring our porch around the world, and it gives that nice bass sound. If you have your currently, if you're watching through a stereo or a smart TV or something with a little bit more, or your earbuds, you'll be able to hear some of those sounds in this interview we did.
But there are no drum machines. Even people will tell us for sure we have a drum machine. There isn't one.
That's truly incredible and very creative.
Thank you.
In the interest of time, I think we should just keep on trucking, do you think?
All right.
All right.
All right, we'll go
We'll
on.
sing, this is our most famous song. It's a song that's been played on public radio all over the world. And it's a song that I wrote on my bicycle, and it celebrates the beauty, the natural spaces on the planet, the green and blue places, the hills, the rivers, the lakes, because for us that's where we tend to find ourselves drawn to when we're just really stressed out, and the wonders of nature and how they can heal us. To go somewhere new, I go to the woods to feel good, and I go to the river to let my mind run. I go to the mountain to gain perspective. I go to the field to walk and hop. I look to the lake to reflect. I look to the sky to imagine. I travel my ways. To go somewhere new, I go to the woods. And it be you, and it be you back in the woods, and it be you. And it be that physical. This anger is hard to love. This anger is hard to ignore. But sometimes as much as it hurts, we still need to find our way out. We still need to find our way out. And I go to the woods to feel good, and I go to the river to let my mind run. I go to the mountain to gain perspective. I go to the field to walk and hop. I look to the lake to reflect. I look to the sky to imagine. I travel my ways. To
Wow, there's the vacation I've been needing. Ah, wow, I
Thank
feel
you.
refreshed. Oh, thank you so much for sharing that. You guys sound wonderful. I do have a question.
Yeah.
When did each of you really start playing your instruments? When did you get going on all this?
Well, we met about 25 years ago, or we've actually been touring and playing music for about 25 years. We met in Chicago, but both of us came from different places and different backgrounds. And Bruce is a pastor's kid, and he grew up with music in his life in every moment, and actually started on piano.
When I was 5, and so yeah, you can also see where the stained glass might come from in my.
I suppose, yeah, that church will give you a little influence.
That's right, and I actually have a master's in theology myself, and then Julie, of course, also started playing violin when she was 5, and played piano, and has been writing poetry since she was 8 years old, and was performing by herself downtown Chicago when she was 14 years old, singing her folk songs and stuff.
Well, you know, they say sometimes you're just born with it. It's in you.
Thank you.
Yeah, but we'll keep going. We have one more song. Let
Yes,
me see if I'm saying this right. Is it Malaguena?
yes, good enough.
Yeah,
Malagueña or Malagueña.
beautiful.
Nobody actually knows. It can be either way. Malagueña.
Okay, well, let's hear it. Wow, 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 wow. The rhythms had me just swaying in my seat. I couldn't sit still.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say about a lot of the pieces and paintings that we chose for today, that as you can see in every wing of these birds, they're all guitar shapes as well. And so what we like to convey to the audience, and many people get it, but we usually say it in the show, is that just like the wings on the guitar, the wings on the birds bring the birds places, music brings us places, and combining all of the art and music together on stage, as Alan was pointing out, it's really fun for us to do it, but it's even more fun for us to share it with the full audience in the theater, because we get to see their faces and see that connection happen with the art and the excitement that we already feel, that is just infectious. We have a great time with everybody being able to express that together. So thank you for the opportunity to do it with you today.
That's what it's all about, right?
Yes.
Soon enough we'll be together again, but I think this works out great until then.
I think so.
So going forward, I understand that tonight you guys have a little something online as well. Do you want to kind of hype that up a little bit?
Yeah, we've done a series of live streams, and actually this will be a rebroadcast of one we did the night before. Again, we'll feature a few of the pieces from the landscape of guitar, and then just some of our other repertoire. So it's kind of a fun way it's another little taste of what we're doing. And then for the rest of it, we'll just feature one painting and play to the rest of that. And that can be found on our Facebook page, Patchouli. Just Patchouli.
Patchouli music.
Okay, yeah. So for those of you watching, that's my next piece. Go ahead and go out and give them a like or give them a follow. Search for Patchouli on Facebook. You guys have a website which is listed all over our Facebook, so you guys can
Yes,
find
it's patchouli.net.
There we go. So yeah, follow them on social media, and you guys will be able to have more of this all day, every day.
That's
Yay! And we have a YouTube page, channel. We have a couple YouTube channels that show some of the artwork, some of the murals that we've done. We've done like time-lapse things with the artwork, and then we've also done, then we have music videos too. Today we're broadcasting from a theater on the Mississippi River as well, which is called the Big River Theater in Alma, Wisconsin. And so we just want to put a real shout out to the owners of the theater for letting us use the theater in this way too.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
With that, I'm going to let you do one more song, and then we'll probably be out of time, so I have to let you go. But like I said, guys, go out and give them a follow, a like, a share. They always are continuing to grow and create new things, so it's a wonderful group to be a part of and to follow.
Thank you, Lainey.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you so
this
much.
last song, thank you. Let's do it!
All right, this song will feature the guitar-shaped dragonflies.
Wonderful.
Thank
Okay,
you.
guys. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. I wish I had just like a roaring, thunderous like applause app that I could play. But I'll give you one of these for safety. So, I wanted to say thank you so much for joining us today. You have been absolutely refreshing for all of us watching.
Thank you.
Yes, and we are looking very much forward to having you here physically very soon. And just keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing because you are so inspiring.
Thank
Thank you so much.
See you in April.
See you in April. Thank you. Okay, folks, with that, that's our third live stream here at Heritage Center, and I hope that you all have enjoyed it very much. Coming up soon, we've got another live stream planned with a frequenter of our building, Kennedy's Kitchen. And for those of you who may have heard about Liam, our former graduate assistant, this is actually his family's band, and so we hope that he'll be joining us, and you guys will get to meet him and his family to celebrate St. Patty's Day's halfway point. So September 17th, 7:30 p.m. We'll be live again to celebrate some St. Patty's Day and Irish music. So we hope you'll join us for that. In the meantime, give us a like, give us a follow, and stay tuned for more fun stuff coming from Heritage Center. Thanks, folks. Have a great Monday.